Welcome to the Straight Out of Home Video podcast, part of the Geeky Waffle Network. This week we're talking about Belle's Tales of Friendship. With me to discuss this, quote, movie is Brie.
Hello.
Vanessa.
Hey.
And Arzu.
Hi.
Okay, so this movie technically isn't on Disney Plus or anywhere online. So I had the three of them, well, also myself, watch YouTube videos of Sing Me a Story Belle, which was included in this video. Sing Me a Story Belle was a TV series where Belle lives in the village. She lives in France. She owns a music and bookshop. It's a music and bookshop. Let's get this right. Helping her in the bookstore are Lewis and Carol. Do you guys get that? Two magical bookworms, Harmony the cat, and a big book, a large talking book on a book stand.
Can we just take a second to say that his name is literally Big Book?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have to point that out. Anyway, go ahead.
The bookstore is visited by local children, and Belle will sing songs and tell stories, and there's always like a moral to something that happened that day. So I've been texting with Arzu, and the first thing we have is like, when does this take place?
I'm so stressed out.
I need to know that too. I need to know a lot of background about this actually, because I'm like sitting here going like, what the heck is going on?
Did you guys watch this as a kid?
No. I had no idea this existed.
Was I raised by television or something?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. When I was watching it, I was like, this just looks like they were trying to compete with Barney.
Oh, I was thinking Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Or that.
I remember being like vaguely aware of this show in that I think I had seen a commercial on a VHS, but because I only saw the one commercial, I thought it was a fever dream.
So you know what? It might as well be.
Like, I thought I was mixing up some princess direct-to-video whatever with like a commercial for Disneyland, and they just fused in my head. But no, this is very real.
You know what, Arzu? That probably would have been better.
Probably. It would have made more sense.
Okay, so this series came out in 1995. I vividly remember watching this. I hated the parts where it was a cartoon because I was like, I've already seen most of these because they're old vintage Disney cartoons. I just wanted to see like live action Belle. But it confused me so much as a kid because freaking Gaston comes in multiple episodes.
Every single one of them was an old cartoon? Like,
yeah.
Even the songs, or no? The songs were new. Or what?
The songs, I think, were new.
Okay.
Or sometimes they would do new voices to the cartoons, but all the animation was already done.
I see.
The first one I watched was the Postman one, and my first thought was, how many old Disney shorts did they have about delivering the mail?
Apparently, the mail was a big deal.
Yeah, so just to be clear, this is a live action series that ran for
sort of,
I think, just a year, and it has a human woman playing Belle, while there's two bookworms, a cat, and a book that all talk, and those are puppets. While there are children in 90s clothes, like modern clothes.
With 90s problems.
Yeah.
The whole puppet thing was just like, okay, wait, why are we doing this? I mean, like, I understand that like this has worked in multiple different, levels. Again, I was somehow transported to like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That as well as Sesame Street. Like, I know this all like that happens, but like was it necessary?
This puppets I like.
But they were so corny, like to the point of pain, like actual physical pain I felt listening to this.
Like the bookworms when they were like, you know what food I like to eat? The cookbook. And I was like, what? They're like, you get it? You get it? I was like, if you have to say you get it after a joke, it's not that funny.
No, okay.
This skews a lot younger than
the
movie did.
I can't believe you watched this, Candace.
You guys forget I had a little sister.
Oh, yeah.
So I was watching like things from birth to like early teenage. So one thing that the big book said was he called Gaston gassy. I thought was funny.
Why was he always like clearing his throat and his nose? He's like, he doesn't
have a throat
because that's what stuffy older British men do.
Going back to the timeline, if Belle has a talking book, bookworms, and a cat that talks as well, why would she freak out with a talking teacup?
I mean,
maybe because it's not a puppet.
I assume that this wasn't this like, isn't this taking place after that?
No, Gaston
No, because
is
Gaston's
here.
alive.
Oh, that's true. Well, maybe they're just like kind of ignoring the fact that he just like died, or no.
He fell off a cliff and got better.
I think they
Yeah.
ignored every movie.
I think they ignored everything because wait, where is she living? Because she didn't own a shop in the movie either.
No.
So
She's
I don't-
supposed to be in the village. Like, I assume pre-castle.
Okay, in that case, I have a lot more questions than I originally did.
So
And did any of you guys watch the Gaston episode I sent you?
Yes, no, I watched all
Yeah.
of them, and
Oh, you guys. Oh,
Yeah.
so why would they have the guy who is like going to send Belle's father to an insane asylum and make him like seem good and redeemable? Like Gaston learns a lesson. He plans on having Gaston Day, but 2 kids are planning on having a magic show.
I have to assume this is some sort of like alternate universe. Belle and Gaston, because like even though like yes, there's certain things that are similar or the same, no. I mean like there's just no way that this fits into anything before or after the movie.
So through a rift in the space-time continuum,
Correct.
Belle and Gaston they both stay in their own time and are sort of ripped into the 90s and are trying to make a life for themselves in this small
Yes,
town.
Absolutely.
So she opens a bookshop and Gaston just kind of, I guess, is being himself out in the
And
town.
and there's puppets. So
And there's puppets and there's magic and they're just trying to make a go of things in this alternate universe while their other selves are living out the plot of Beauty and the Beast.
Arzu, brilliant. This is exactly what happened. This is what I
Wait.
have to think happened in order for all of this to occur.
question though. The Beast and Adam, they're not present in this.
No.
No.
Alternate
None of the other
universe,
characters.
correct?
Well, or they could be, but maybe they're just not involved in Belle and Gaston's like existence really, which is fine because in alternate universes, many different things can happen. They don't all have to be intertwined.
I do want to give props to the actress who plays Belle, Lindsay McLeod. She does a really great job, I think.
Honestly, I have a lot of bad to say about this, but that was one of the things that I also thought. I thought that she was just doing the best that she could with what she had. Yeah, I was really impressed by her. I actually was also, like, I like the woman who played Inez, just because I feel like she is somebody who was doing children's theater, but she was doing it for film, and it, or for, you know, whatever this was. I don't even know if you can call it film, but she was doing it for that, and it just did not work. But I think that it was because everybody was not really playing off each other. The timing of this was painful.
It's because they were working with children.
No, but it
And-
wasn't even just the children. Every single thing, the pauses, the length of the laughter, like everything was just it was way too long, and it was painful.
I think
I
it's because
don't-
they're waiting for like 5-year-olds to catch on.
Yeah, but it's not even when they're just talking to them. It's when they're like playing off of each other. I don't know. Either way, I don't blame them. I think that the acting was fairly decent, except for Gaston. Sorry,
That
for
was something
whoever. Sorry,
And the
whoever
kids.
played- Yeah, well, the kids are the kids, whatever. But I'm talking about Gaston. He was not that great.
What was his accent?
I don't
was so
know what that was.
He sounded like Tommy Wiseau from The Room. That's all I
His
could
hair
think.
was so big.
Well, I
It was
would have Gaston Day.
But again, sorry, whoever played him. But no, I think the acting in general, like Belle and Inez and like quite a few of the characters, like they did what they could, but it was still horrendous. This was one of the only ones that we've covered that I've actually like physically just been like, I don't know if I can get through this, guys.
Oh my god. Okay. That's saying something. But it's
Well,
definitely
also-
made for like 3 to 6-year-olds.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell that initially just because they repeat everything they say about 5,000 times in the episode. So
I will say I didn't love it, obviously. Did not love it, but I did like it more than some of the other things I've had to watch for straight out of home videos.
I came up with a realistic way this all happened.
All right, let's hear it.
all right.
So, a woman is obsessed with Beauty and the Beast. She go cray cray. She thinks she's Belle. She opens a bookstore, a music store. She's dressed up like Belle. So her brother or boyfriend, it's also Gaston, went crazy too. So they're just reenacting it, and all those parents' kids are terrible. And like, yeah, you can hang out with the crazy. Or they think that she's like a Belle impersonator. I don't know.
Candace,
I-
you think this makes more sense than alternate, like, universe?
I'm trying to make it realistic.
No, I think alternate universe is way more realistic than that.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Also, Candace, you said brother boyfriend? This is not Alabama. Or maybe it is. Who knows?
I meant brother or boyfriend. I don't know. I don't think they do any like.
It
He
still
doesn't
doesn't
hit on her.
It doesn't help. It does not
No.
help. That's on.
I will say, in this show's defense, the book and music store is super cozy.
It is. I
yeah.
wanted to be there as a little kid. I wanted to hang out there. I mean, I wanted to hang out with Belle, obviously.
You wanted
I
to
would
hang
wanna-
out and make chili.
I would
in
want
a
to be in
bookstore?
that space now.
Yeah,
I
it's like
liked
a cool little reading nook area.
Bree, you said something about like you want to hang out and make chili. Yes, of course. Be cozy and make chili. That actually is an awesome idea.
Well,
But
but they fed
No.
the chili to the big book.
I don't know how the big book does have a mouth.
Wait, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just want to clarify because everyone else did not watch this episode and shouldn't. There's a whole episode where the kids are making chili and there's a lesson involved. That's why Bree brought up.
Yes.
Making
being
chili in
cozy.
the
Although
bookstore.
they did say something about adding marshmallows to chili, and I'm like, no.
What in some white people chili is that?
Hey, no. As a white person, I'm saying I do not make chili like that. I don't know where that where the white the whole marshmallow thing comes from.
Wasn't the marshmallow thing like somebody citing someone else's like failed cooking?
No, I think that they were talking about. Don't you remember when she added marshmallows, and then they're like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was
that was
great."
like a bad idea, wasn't
No,
it?
but they were all like, "Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great." And then after that, I was paying very close attention to this. After that was when they said, "But there were also times that it didn't come out so great." But that was
Oh.
after the marshmallow talk.
When marshmallow wasn't one of those times.
Marshmallow apparently amazing, but you know what? I've never tried it, so maybe we shouldn't knock it until we've tried it.
I'm gonna knock it. It sounds great.
My thing is, I really hated the old Disney cartoons in it.
Why?
I thought it took away. I don't know. It was weird to me. And then, like, Belle trying to sing pop songs over it to teach kids a lesson.
I feel like it wasn't just Belle though. It was like,
Well,
it
the
was
big
a
book
lot of-
sang as well.
or like identities within the big book somehow were singing.
The cat sang too, and that was bad. Okay, so just a little tidbit.
Harmony.
The bookworm called Carol is played by Christina Kavanaugh, and she plays Chucky from Rugrats, and Goslin from Darkwing Duck, and Babe from Babe.
That's pretty cool.
So that's why that voice was familiar to me. I was like, I'm not remembering the show, am I?
She did sound familiar, but I didn't look anything up because I was just waiting for these to be revealed to me.
Yeah, and you didn't need to. You didn't need to know any more than you know. So, would you recommend this show to anybody who's a Beauty and the Beast fan?
God no. I would
For the
sorry.
laughs, I would.
I would no, I mean like I wasn't even, but that's the thing. I feel like I wasn't even in it for laughter. It was that bad. But again, I think that I understand that this was geared toward a a much younger audience. And I think for that younger audience, maybe they will like it. Who knows? And if nothing else, at least you can show them like something that maybe they're more familiar with that leads them back to the older Disney cartoons. Maybe they'll become more interested in those Disney cartoons. So I don't know. There could be some positives to it.
Anyone else?
No, I would recommend it to like somebody our age just to.
Message.
I would warn them. I would tell them what it is, and
And
then when they
skip
don't
around.
believe me, I would send them links.
Yeah, skip around.
I mean, Eureka's Castle is by far better if you want to like enjoy puppets.
There's many other good puppets.
Yeah, we're not talking about the
Travel Rock.
Like pretty much anything else that
Anything else but this. I mean, the bookstore is cool, but the kids, I mean, they're not even French.
Well, Belle's not French.
I know, which is weird.
Yeah, again, this is not. I don't think that this is the same story that we're used to.
It's just like it's, kind of how they try to revamp Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if you guys watched that one. I did.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah,
The
I
90s
like that
show?
one.
Wait,
But they did that
which
well.
show?
There was a 90s version of Alice in Wonderland where she had
Oh,
the
yeah.
mirror in her
Yes,
room.
yes, I had
and
one
she
of
would just-
those.
Yes, and she
Yeah,
would just
and-
walk through and hang out with like the White Rabbit was on roller skates. That's
Yep.
the most 90s thing ever. Tweedledee and Tweedledummer were like,
Rappers.
yeah.
I loved it.
Man.
Honestly,
So good.
that one was great and 10 times better than Belle's sing-along friendship tales or whatever, and I'm standing by that.
Yeah, but this again is very young children.
Even as for young children, I just feel like if the director had figured out the timing a little better, it might have been better. And
There are good kids programs. This is not one of them. The Postwoman, Inez did her best.
she did. A lot of them did their best.
The adults did their best.
Yeah, you can only do so much. Okay, well, you can find the show on YouTube. Some people have decided to put it up for some reason. And you can find us at thegeekywaffle.com, Geeky Waffle on all social media. We hope you have a happily ever after until you're put into an alternate universe where you own a bookstore.